Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Zaku news video here on the USA Gundam TV channel. And just in case you missed it, over on my channel, you can check out, I did a video about some new resin conversion kits and things like that that are coming out. So if you're interested in that sort of stuff, go over to my channel after watching this video and check that out. But in this video, we're going to go over what's been new, and we got some new photos and some new things that have come out over the past 2 weeks. So we'll get all through that. And starting off here with the Robot Damashii Gundam F91 Evolution specs. This is a new Robot Damashii kit here, or figure I should say, coming out in May for 4,800 yen. It looks pretty nice, looks pretty awesome for just a Robot Damashii version of the F91. And it looks like it's got all the same nice points of articulation, everything, the molding, the proportions, details, everything all looks pretty cool. And the really cool thing about this is that aside from just the typical accessories, the beam sword, beam saber, the bazooka, the beam shield, which you would expect, it also has effect parts for like the beam swords spinning around, like circular effect parts, sort of similar to what we've got with the upcoming RE100 Shokew kit that's coming out, similar to that. But yeah, so it's got some really cool effect parts with this one as well. It looks pretty nice if you're interested in Robot Damashii stuff. I wish that the Master Grade 2.0 would have come with an effect part like that. That would have been cool. Next thing though, we have the Metal Robot Damashii Gundam Barbatos Lupus Rex. Now this is not new. This is something we talked about last time, but in this now we have some new photos for this basically. So this is coming out in May for 13,000 yen for this one, so pretty expensive. But it looks really cool. The molding on this all looks really cool. The pre-painting, the gold parts and everything on it looks really nice. But then you have the really cool effect parts for this one as well. It has the red eye lightning bolts coming out of there that look really cool. And then that plus the tail, the wire for having the tail out, like, will make for some really cool dynamic poses that you can do with this one. So that looks really awesome. Personally, I'm just hoping that we'll get a Master Grade version of the Barbatos Lupus Rex. That'll be awesome, but still, if you wanted those really cool effect parts, those are probably not going to be included with any Master Grade kit that's going to be coming out, or that could be coming out in the future. So if you wanted to have those, and you didn't want to make them yourself, this Metal Robot Damashii version looks pretty cool, just going to be a little bit pricey. Next thing here, we have the P-Bandai Metal Build Destiny Gundam full package coming out in April for 26,000 yen for this one. So obviously Metal Build stuff is going to be pretty high end. But here you have the Metal Build Destiny Gundam, which is really cool in its design. You have the Wing of Light parts, effect parts for that, and you have the stand, included base for that as well. So you can do some really cool posing with that one also. All right, then we had some Gundam Converge stuff announced. We had the Gundam Converge Series 19 announced. This is, again, 5,000 yen for a box of 10, or if you buy them individually, they're going to be list prices around 500 yen each. So we've got, in this set, we've got the Gym Sniper 2, we got the Victory Gundam, the V-Dash, we also have the Geminis 02, the Phantom Gundam, Crossbone Phantom, and then also the Zanspine Gundam. So those are some really cool designs for this set. I really like a lot of those. Those are going to be pretty awesome. And especially with the Phantom, how you can have the little like pink effect parts for the like kind of smoke fire looking V-fin. You can have those on or off. You have just a small option there, but it's pretty cool. But the really cool thing is if you get the P-Bandai set here, this is the P-Bandai Converge Core Crossbone Ghost. This is coming out in June, so 1 month later, for 3,500 yen just for this. So that's pretty expensive, as usually the Converge Core stuff is usually pretty pricey. But the really cool thing about this is that not only do you get the Crossbone Ghost with all the effect parts that you can use for that, but you also get all the effect parts for the Phantom as well. So if you got Series 19 or just the Phantom Converge figure, then you can also, now with this P-Bandai set, you will also have all the effect parts for that as well. So that looks really awesome. Definitely looking forward to that. It looks super cool. Next, we have a Gundam Base exclusive here. This is the HGC DJ clear color version. So as is typical for a lot of these exclusives for the Gundam Base there, this is just nothing different about the kit except for that it's molded in clear color. So this is coming out this month for 2,100 yen for that. So if you're in the area, or if you don't mind paying a little extra to get one sent from Japan, you can get that clear color version of the DJ. And then we have a couple other things here that are now P-Bandai kits, but they were originally Gundam Base exclusive items. So this is kind of the thing they do sometimes with the Gundam Base kits that are usually pretty popular. Then they'll make them available on P-Bandai as well for people who, especially in Japan, maybe can't get to Tokyo, can't get to the Gundam Base, but want to be able to just order online. And for those of us outside of Japan, it doesn't really make too much of a difference. We still have to order them online anyway and have to pay the markup fee for them. But the first one here is the Gunpla Debris Parts Set. out in May for 2,000 yen. This is basically just an action base with some debris parts. And it also comes with some water slide decals, so you can kind of like make fake weathering effects or like kind of blast effects and things like that that normally you would do with paint or something, but you can make them with water slide decals in this case. So you can make some cool stuff with that set. And then the other thing is the Master Grade MS Cage. So this is the MS Cage that was originally with the one version of the Master Grade Unicorn Gundam. Then they're selling it just as the Gundam base exclusive item. And the thing about the Gundam base exclusive version and now this P-Bandai version is that it also comes with a set of figures. So they're all character figures in 1/100 scale from Gundam Unicorn. You'll be able to get with this set now as well. So that's pretty cool. Alright, so those are both coming out in May for 2,000 yen each. Now, one more P-Bandai thing to talk about here. This is something we talked about last week, but we have some more images for it, is the the Origin Zaku Desert type, coming out in May for 2,200 yen. So like I said, we have a bunch of new pictures of this. It looks awesome. It looks like it's going to be probably one of the most cool kits to come out in the The Origin line, which is already a line full of really cool kits. This one looks really awesome, so I'm really looking forward to this. Love the MSV designs, love the desert type Zaku here, and just the cool weapons and gimmicks and things that it has. It looks really awesome, so that one's going to be really cool. And the other one here also is one that we just have some new photos of, is the previously mentioned P-Bandai RE100 Shokew. This one's coming out in May as well for 3,800 yen, so a little bit more, slightly more than like the standard baseline price for the RE100 kits is usually 3,500 yen. This one's a little bit more. And so this one has the cool effect part for the shield for that and the rifle, and it's obviously a very unique design. But the other cool thing about this that you'll notice in one of the pictures, it shows it holding the Gatling gun. Now that Gatling gun is not actually included with this kit, but the point of that is to show that the hands for this kit are the same hands used by the Master Grade Victory Gundam. So any of the weapons that you use with the Master Grade Victory Gundam can be used with this. So that Gatling gun is included with either the Master Grade V-Verka or the V Core Booster Verka. So if you had either of those kits, then you have that version of that Gatling gun from those different Master Grade Verka kits that you can use with the Shokew here, which is a pretty cool gimmick to be added to that kit. Alright, then something actually new, actually totally new in this case, we have the HD Build Divers Re-Rise Gundam GP Rase 210, and I'm guessing that's the correct pronunciation for that name. I'm not entirely sure though. This one is out in April for 2,800 yen. Obviously, as you can see, it's based off of the GP02. Really reminds me of the GNX Ogre, that kit that came out last year or something, right? Not too long ago. This, I don't know because I haven't watched the series, but I would guess this is the same builder's new kit. Also, the head of this reminds me of the Master Gundam as well, so it's got like a mix of GP02, and the part of the head reminds me of the Master Gundam also. So it's a pretty cool kit. It looks very gimmicky. It has a lot of like the missile pods like on the binders, and it has the big giant beam axes. It has the atomic bazooka there as well, which is like seems like a shorter version of the atomic bazooka as well, sort of like a atomic shotgun almost, sort of like it's a little bit different in its styling for that. So it's a little bit extra for me. The design is a little bit much for my personal taste, but it looks like an interesting kit and definitely a lot of stuff going on there. And the next one here is another one that we talked about previously, but we have a bunch more photos for this now. Well, a few more photos anyway. The SD Cross Silhouette Gundam Barbatos Lupus Rex, coming out in April for 1,400 yen. So this is, again, I think a design that looks like it's going to work really well in a cross silhouette form. This kit looks really nice. You also have some different options for the eyes. So you have like the regular eyes, the cute SD style eyes, and then also like a angry cute SD eyes, the angry eyes, the red crazy eyes there for the Lupus Rex here. And so it looks pretty cool, and I think this will be a really nice addition to the SD Cross Silhouette line. I'm looking forward to stepping back into trying out another SD Cross Silhouette kit, as I haven't built one in a while, and so I'm looking forward to checking out this kit when it comes out. Okay, and then for the Gundam and Hello Kitty crossover, we finally got some new news about the kits with it being the Gunpla anniversary, and then also, I think it was last year, maybe not this year, but last year, or is it this year, is some anniversary for Hello Kitty as well. I think 30 years, whereas Gundam it's 40 years. So they're doing some crossovers, and the first one here is a Haropla crossovers, Haropla Haro Kitty, coming out in February next month. We don't have a price set for this quite yet, but as you can see, it's pretty much just a reskin of, that was the Momo Haro? What was the name of that Haropla that had the kind of cat ears? Looks basically the same. This one also has the addition of the little bow part for that, and it's basically, I assume, just going to be some different stickers on that. But you'll notice that the Haropla is a little bit different in that the original Haropla, like the face comes off and you have all the internal detail inside. This one actually opens up and you've got some different detail on the inside. So I wonder if it will have the parts to make it both ways. I'm not sure. But the interior detail on this new version that opens up like a clam sort of, that's a pretty cool, interesting new detail there for that. The other crossover kit here is going to be the SDX Standard Hello Kitty and RX-78-2 crossover kit here. So the one's coming out in February as well for 2,000 yen for this one. Now, not sure why they went with SDX Standard and rather than SD Cross Silhouette. I think would have been much better, but whatever the case is, basically what you're getting is an SD RX-78-2 Gundam, and then you have a little SD like version of the kit that you'll build of Hello Kitty as well, and then you have parts to make like a Hello Kitty helmet for the RX-72 Gundam, which looks pretty interesting if that's the thing you're into. Not again, not really for me personally, but it's interesting. It's always cool when Bandai does something unique, so that certainly fits the bill. That'll be coming out in February, those two Hello Kitty crossover kits. So those are those. And we do have one other Haro thing. This is the Haropla Loader coming out in April, a little bit later, for 1,200 yen for this. Again, this is using the new style of Haropla that opens up and has different interior parts on that. And this is just having like the robot arms with the little claw on it and everything. So again, it's a pretty interesting design. Not really too into that, but it is what it is, I guess. It's the Haropla Loader. So there you go. Not really too much else to say about that. It's pretty simple from what we've seen so far. We don't have a ton of photos of that. We really only have a couple, so maybe this like it's a little bit more interesting than it seems on the surface, but we'll have to wait and see if we maybe get a few more photos of that down the line. Now, this is something also out new here from Gundam Build Divers Re-Rise line, the Enemy Core Gundam. This is just a tentative name. We don't have the official name for this yet. But the Enemy Core Gundam here is going to be out in April for 1,500 yen, and this one looks really cool. It's obviously the enemy version of the Core Gundam. So like with the Core Gundam, you just have like the mini version, and you add the parts onto it to make it into like the full size kind of HG kind of typical Gundam there. And the really cool thing about this is that you can actually use parts of the Core Gundam, like the additional add-on parts for the Core Gundam, on this version as well. So you can make an enemy version of like the Earth 3 or the Mars 4 or the V2. Those extra parts will work on this as well. So it's a really cool, the amount of mixing and matching that you'll be able to do between the different versions of the Core Gundam and the Enemy Core Gundam and all the different add-on parts sets for those. So I'm assuming the Enemy Core Gundam parts will also work on the regular Core Gundam as well, obviously. So really cool that you'll be able to mix and match a lot of that stuff. So that should be interesting once that comes out in April. I'm looking forward to that. And the one kit that I'm probably the most looking forward to here is the HG The Origin RX-7802 Gundam. We got some more new photos for this, and it looks awesome. This is out in March for 2,300 yen. We got some new photos of some more of the gimmicks, like the toe band, the hatch on the back of the leg that opens up with a little thruster belt in there. We've got option parts for this, for the shoulders, and also for the forearms and the rifle. Of course, we got two different options, just like with the Master Grade for that. And so this looks awesome. All the articulation and the gimmicks and everything for this, it looks like it's going to be an amazing kit. So I really, really can't wait for that. That's going to be a lot of fun. And the last thing here is the RG Force Impulse Gundam coming out in April for 3,000 yen. Now, the Force Impulse Gundam, I said previously that it wasn't really that of an exciting an announcement for me, just because, I don't know, the Force Impulse Gundam is not a design that I really find all that exciting. But the more I see of this kit, I think now that we've got some more new photos of this, it does look better than I originally thought. I mean, I never had any doubt that it was going to be a good kit, but it definitely looks cool. I like the new design, or the kind of like the molding that they've done for this looks good. I'm just worried about the fact that it kind of transforms, it separates into the different flyers. I'm worried about how that may possibly affect the stability of it. As we know, the RG line, transforming kits in the RG line always have a little bit of trouble, even going back to like the GP01, just because of the way the core fighter plugs into that, and so how that kind of made the kit just a little bit less stable, especially around the torso section. Because of that, if this Force Impulse Gundam may also suffer that sort of similar flaw once that comes out. We'll have to wait and see, but I have a tendency to believe that that's probably not going to be a problem, just with the fact of how RG kits as of late have been so good. I have a feeling that this one probably don't need to worry too much about that, but it's something that could be an issue with this kit. We'll just have to wait and see. In the meantime, though, it looks cool. It looks like it's going to be a nice addition to the RG line for sure. Albeit something that maybe not everyone is super excited for, but it'll be a nice kit, no doubt about that. So that's it for the news for this week. If you guys have any other questions about anything, try to answer that in future episodes. But for now, that's all we know about the upcoming kits. That's all it's been newly announced about those kits for the past 2 weeks anyway. So as always, you guys can check the link down below to US Gundam Store and shop there. Use my coupon code, ZakuAurelius10, if you want to save yourself 10% off everything there on the site. Thank you all so much for your support. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.